Ya da ucu çulama Çocuğu vardı Nâmin yazık kılıcı Tani cizol gibi Sonra bildi Yaralar parçayı Tanya Nâva Yâva Tanya Nâva Forgive Allah, Chanju Pandu Name Yasu Adim Jesu Ki Son Ye Aje Sanya Nupa Yo to the Buddha Dharma Son Revelation the universe God Yamazinda Anja Devana Devana Yamazinda Alu Gama Yudala Pala Yudala Ama Mebina Devana Ameda Yudala and Yedana Ayuva Devana Adangada Yamena Devana Devi Kudana Bhagavata Amana Yen Sudani Nanda Danyamana Manju Allah Çocuğun zamanı cezalı başın zaman Devam çocuğun insana Koncam doğmen Tanrılancım I want to celebrate in decision. Even the psalm of uplifting to give it Uno çocuğundan nefredenler düşünmem bir bakmışım tabii. Şöyle canım. Sen de bırakın sen işi. Aa. Alın. İşte stop. Rest of the day. 1 hour. Two. 1.5 hour. Okay. Yeah. I was asked to maybe talk a little bit about the impermanence and the interdependence of all the phenomena. First of all, today, on this day, is anniversary, 1 year of precious Drupon Samten. No, it's an anniversary. Uh, so we spent time together long enough. First, I was in Ladakh, Lama Yuru, studying and doing retreat under the guidance of His Eminence Chungha Rinpoche. So we, at that time, he was there, I was there. We were sharing this same time, and for 3 years. So it was very auspicious and precious occasion that we got because of that opportunity that we received, or we got that under such a great teacher who is not just only scholarship, but experienced in the realization of the bodhicitta and the Buddha. So we spent time there, and then somehow the karma made such a kind of without much expectation, and I just happened to come to the United States in 1982, the beginning of the year, and then also not other places. It was in Washington, D.C., So I was there. We started the TMC, the center there, and so I think it was 1985 or 86. I'm not quite sure. First, before Drupon Rinpoche, I had met a very good friend in Ladakh from Gyurbuche. His name is Carl Kunjok Rinzin. He's a student at the institute in Cholamsan, in the Buddhist. So he expressed his interest coming to the United States. So we sent him the invitation letter and also the air ticket. That air ticket can use within a year. So after 1 year, if it's not used, then it will be expired. So he wanted to come, but he was so hesitant to come. That time passed. The year was going to end. So then I wrote him, now please make a decision whether you come or not, because the time doesn't wait. But then, yes, he hesitated. Then His Holiness has sent Drupon Rinpoche to our center. So he came to Washington, D.C. At TMC. And there he adjusted the American culture, learning English, dealing with the people, all that. I occasionally come to the center. Sometimes I have to visit other places in the United States as well. Also, I used to go to Chile, South America, way down there. So I think that I have such kind of karma itself, very strange, Just happened, those things. And then because of that, now I frequently visited Chile. Now we have quite Lama centers in Chile, Santiago, Conception, Valparaiso, and Picon, and North. Now we have there maybe five or maybe about five lamas there in Chile. So I visit Europe. Like, so during these traveling and setting up small Lama groups here, there in the United States, and meanwhile, Rinpoche is also visiting other places, and then he came to San Francisco, and here, Anishita, that time he was a member of the center in Bay Area. So I think it was very good. They work together, setting up the center. Now you see such a beautiful place that a lot of people can come here, participate, enjoy, and you see, I don't have to say. You can see all the beautiful gardens. He worked so hard to build here, and Anila is responsible for the resource, this construction, and he was the responsible manpower. I know. You see, so you can see this, all this purpose is, you see, we're studying, practicing the Buddha's teaching, means Buddha's wisdom. No. So that's our point. And regardless, you see, anybody in the world, whatever language they speak, whatever culture they belong to, believer, non-believer, rich or poor, educated, uneducated, human beings or non-human beings, as long as they have consciousness, everyone desire for peace and happiness. Even maybe they don't know what peace and happiness, but in the innate of the mind, just the draw towards the peace and happiness. Even the baby who are born that moment desire for peace and happiness. And nobody wish to have suffering. Everyone has a distance, this suffering physically, mentally. Even they don't know what suffering is about, but just in the innate of the mind, that's there. It's universal. It's not a certain culture's belief system. No. On the basis on that, on the basis on this reality, Buddha, who was enlightened over 2,500 years ago, and taught the Dharma teachings. Then having said that, peace and happiness, what we desire, it doesn't come by just wishing or just by saying prayers. No matter what kind of religion we believe or don't believe, it doesn't happen just saying by prayer. I wish, please give me all the peace and happiness I desire. Please take away my suffering I don't want. That doesn't happen just by saying prayers. It's clear. Animals, human beings, birds, sea mammals. Oh. So that you see, uh, so that we keep busy, see, so to create a better life, peace and happiness, bring happiness into life, how to get rid of the suffering. That depends to the individual's ability, individual's capacity, awareness. There, you know, so they uh, keep busy in a way in a business world that people do from the business how to make life better. In politics, all the politicians keep busy how to make life better in the country. Scientists through the science, technologies, how to make life better. You know? So we keep on busy because that does not happen just by wishing, I wish, I want, or just praying. You know? For example, when you are hungry, I'm hungry, so please give me lunch, you know, or like this. It doesn't happen. So you have to do something. What? Either you make a lunch or you go to restaurant, you know. So that's the reality. It's universal. Anywhere you go, you know, all over the world, you know. So because of that, then based on that, Buddha, the historical Buddha, now if I said, of course you all know about Buddha, but Buddha was born in a very rich family, you know, very gifted because his father was very successful man in the Himalaya, you know, in the range of the Himalaya mountain. So the father provided him all things that what he needed and got excellent opportunity for all the educations, whatever exists at that time, as well as he met many religious leaders. All this, you see. And as a now, no, as a what should say, as a prince who's going to be enthroned as his father's successor. See, also occasionally he visits the country, you know, see the different people. There are some rich people in the country. There are some are very poor. They are farmers, you know. So then he contemplates all about this. He was thinking, so, how I can help the people in the country. When I become the leader of the country, how I can help those poor people there, physically, materially, mentally. And then when he encountered to see the aging, people who are aging, getting sick, finally die, how I can help to this individual. You know? So there's a lot of questions rise in his mind. You know? See, then they are called physically suffering. When there's a mental suffering, how to help. So mind is not a physical you can see. When you're hungry, you can have something to eat, get good. Then sometimes when you get sick, you can get medicine, get better, healed. When you're cold, you can wear more clothes. When you're hot, you can make a fire, air condition. These things you see. Now, mentally, how to help? When you're depressed, there's some people are feeling very sad. Now, there's much more kind of sophisticated or deeper, difficult to understand, to solve, And in the first, the mind itself, we all have the mind, we think. Well, if you look at it where you cannot see, it doesn't have color, it doesn't have shape. You cannot touch physically. It's not a matter. It's a consciousness. It's very ambiguous, only complicated. Sometimes, certain time you feel so good. Other time you don't feel good. Then you wonder why. What happened? What's wrong with me? You yourself cannot kind of understand your own. Sometimes I have everything. I have a good place to live, good life. Why still I'm depressed? There's aggressiveness, aversion, there's attachment, there is desire, and these are, so why those are coming from? Where this is in the mind. When the anger is strong, it's very destructive. Nobody wants to be angry. I want to be a very nice person. I want everybody love to, everybody should love me. Why I'm making everyone miserable? Why? In your family, why am I making all of my families miserable? I don't want that. I want my family happy. But when that pops up, you have no choice. What should I do? When there comes desire, it doesn't allow you to have peace and happiness. It pushes you, takes you all freedom and suffer. So these are this that everybody, even animals, they also suffer. This is nothing to do with religion, not religion, the spiritual or non-spiritual. Even some religious high practitioners, subdued by these mental afflictions and suffer. So that's why this Siddhartha, that time he was not called Buddha, he was called Siddhartha. So when he got all the questions and all these things came in his mind, I cannot stay in the kingdom, enjoy my life, because as mentioned, his father was so successful man, provided all things that he needed. But I cannot, with this kind of condition, I cannot help the country, people. That's why he left it, left the country, the kingdom, that he went for searching the truth. So all the luxurious life is not the answer. That sometimes you see his pictures, skeleton, he went another extreme, no food, no clothes. Maybe that's the way to solve the problem, but that was also not the solution. So that is, as mentioned, the mind is very complex. Even though he achieved very high samadhi, meditative concentration, but still unclear. He didn't get the complete answer. So then from there, he went to Bodhgaya, under the Bodhi tree. Then he made such a great kind of commitment. Now I will sit on this throne without any kind of wavering, changing, until I get the answer. That's mine. Even my body go to pieces. I let go, but I will get the answer. So this three training, the Shila, Samadhi, and the Praja, the meditative, the morality is the foundation for the meditation. And the Samadhi, complete, total meditative state. And the Praja, special insight. So through that, then through these combination, interdependent, you see, it's not just one, it's all combined through these all causes and conditions come together and organize his total mind. No outer forces can bring the hindrance, obstacles. So through that kind of mental force, then he achieved enlightenment, Buddha, achieved Buddha. You see, because of that, he understood himself. I got all the answer. Nothing is hidden. Everything is precise, clear. There's no any questions I need to ask. So then, from that, he said, I am enlightened because I revealed the depth of the profundity nature. This is the total peace that we're looking for. So unafflicted peace. This is the free from all liberation. There's no boundary. And it's not just mere empty. It's natural, it's effulgent, the luminosity. And this is something is uncompounded. Every session being has these qualities. I reveal here that now by nature. So through that great wisdom, he achieved the total nature of the whole universe. There's no separation in nirvana, samsara. Yet sentient beings in the samsara have not revealed their first mission. We everyone desire for peace and happiness, because that basic goodness, enlightened nature is within us. So from that expression, we desire for peace and happiness. But since we have not revealed that, we don't see it. No? Since that very basic goodness nature itself is free from suffering, we desire to free from suffering. You see, so with that wisdom, with such great compassion, the Buddha got an unbearable compassion, seeing the suffering of the sentient beings. Indomitable compassion. From that state, then he taught all the Dharma teachings, step by step. See, on the base, the causality, the cause, and and the conditions. See, so that what Buddha taught at that time, as mentioned, over 2,500 years ago, the teaching that Buddha taught, still so fresh. They need to be changed. We have difficulty understanding that because we don't have enough mental capacity to capture that. So when we want to achieve that, we need these three training as Buddha had. We need these three training, the Shila, Samadhi, and the Prajna. We need that. Still, we can imagine since then, when after Buddha taught, now, how things change. Lifestyle, belief systems, culture system. So much has changed, especially when the science is found. So much change. You see, look at the transportation, communications, internet, how much has changed. But the cause of suffering is still the cause of suffering, the what to the topic. Cause for the peace and happiness is still the cause for peace and happiness, you see. So I think this is very important. We have that. No? When you have that, then this belief, that belief, this system, that's all are secondary. You see. So see, impermanence is impermanent at that time, and still, you see. The fire is hot at that time, and still fire is hot. It will continue. Poison is poison at that time and now. And medicine is medicine at that time and now. You see. Makes sense? Buddha's teaching is not just only for monks and nuns. Buddha's teaching is not just only for the Buddhist. Buddha's teaching is for all the sentient beings, those who desire for peace and happiness, and those who desire to free from suffering. Because Buddha captured the wisdom, the nature of the whole universe, and his compassion pervades to every sentient beings, those who are suffering. That's why, as just we said, all May all mortal sentient beings have peace and happiness. May have happiness and sources of happiness. You see, may they free from suffering and sources of suffering. You see, we don't say prayer. May all the Buddhists have happiness, you know. Yes, you know. So we as a Dharma practitioners, we should have that kind of evidence, understanding, that kind of conviction. If we could establish our understanding on the base on this, then our practice will be very powerful because we have the conviction. We are convinced the reality nature of the all the phenomena. Not just Buddhists believe this, Buddhists believe that. This is only Buddhist, you know. There are a lot of cultural system. You know, as Buddha's teaching went to many Asian countries, each country they have their own system, you know, ceremony, painting, and now we will have a monk dance, you know. You see, those all are cultural kind of known in the different country, you know. But that teaching what I was talking about is universal. Theravada Buddhists, Mahayana Buddhists, Vajrayana Buddhists, they are all the same nature. Before in the 60s, 70s, we used to say, or even before, say Buddhists believe karma. See it. That what else? Buddhists believe reincarnation. So Buddhists believe emptiness, something like those are like Buddhist belief and not a reality, natural. And now you see, it's not just a Buddhist belief, but it's how everything functions within the framework of the causality. Nothing functions independently without cause. We all have to work. Those who don't believe anything, they also have to work hard for living, you know. That means it based on the cause. It's a karma. Mhm. See, karma is a Sanskrit word, you know. Karma means action. Le in Tibetan, le means you do something. You put action mentally, physically, verbally, and that becomes a cause and a condition, something to manifest. The word just thinking, if I do this, maybe I'll be happy. If I do that, maybe I'll be happy. Since we're not enlightened, our mind is occupied by these different mental afflictions. Sometimes we make a big mess, you know, work so hard at the end, nothing but suffering because we're creating a wrong cause. You see, something, you know, it's some places a chaos. So karma, when you talk of the karma, there's karma, individual karma, collective karma, international karma. Just for one individual, you have karma. The couple, they can make the karma together. A family, they have a family karma, a group karma, you know. Then village karma. Then, you know, there was county karma, and then district karma, and then state karma, and country karma, and international karma, you see. some places, the people there, everything goes so well, everyone enjoys, the weather, everything, so beautiful. And some places, it's like tornadoes, wipe out all the village, kind of taking all the electricity, it's calm. So the both good and bad is calm, a collective calm we face. But even within that, the individual have different experience. You see, you can see that. It's calm, it's very complex. Very, very profound. Minerva said, emptiness is easier to understand than to understand the calm. Emptiness, you see, now especially this the science, quantum physics theory, give us good information. If you investigate, all the dust particle, you can see how emptiness is about. Relatively, calm is still very difficult. That's first. I thought just to share that, for your information. Then, in the world, in the material world, our all happiness, what we are, what we want to achieve, is from the material point. See, from it's called the five sensorial objects, five sensorial objects. In the eyes, you see what look good. So I want to see this, Then there are a lot of show to enjoy your eye conscious, And then to your ears, a lot of beautiful music, songs, also to enjoy your ear. And then they make such a perfume, good odor to satisfy your nose. And look at how many different kind of dishes is found just to satisfy your tongue. How sophisticated, you see, how much they produce just to satisfy your tongue. And a cloth, you see, look at your closet, how much you have bought, And how many pairs of shoes you have, you see. So these are things that we kind of produced to satisfy the five senses. We want happiness, but we cannot buy happiness. But you say, if you eat this lunch, you will be happy. But it's not sure yet, And the clothes, you see, there's a lot of clothes are made. There's fashion shows. Every year there's a fashion shows. Some are so silly, I still think this is very good, So this is good for you. This, you should wear this. This is somebody's idea, This thing you see. As mentioned, the inner, mental. Even science have it difficult to understand the mind, isn't it? See, they use such a powerful machines, technologies to investigate the mind. Only there's a brain, in the skull, there's a brain. It's a piece of the brain. So this is the mind. They try to explain. You just imagine. This is just a flesh, not so much, but how much you think. You see, just practically just look at it, Oh, even like a version. There's so many different layers of a version. Some are very, destructive. It destroys yourself, anger, And from the very little, there's so many layers of the anger there, as well desire from very small to higher, higher, higher. So you can explain the brain that small mind, mind is consciousness. It's not a matter. So matter and consciousness is the two separate. See. Sometimes I say the brain is the office for your mind. When the mind goes here, your mind becomes so busy. When your mind brings down at the heart, you feel more relaxed. So heart is your home of the mind, home for the mind. See, so these are. So therefore, to relax the distraction of the mind, to say, looking for the impermanence is very helpful. Everything's changing. Nothing lasts long. See, we walk our whole life. First we are born, then go to kindergarten, then go to the elementary school, then you go to school, college, then if you want to go to university, go all those education. Then you find a job and work hard to make life better. And you dedicate your whole life doing these things. And after some time, physically, you are incapable. It's called you are retired. See, and going up and going down, you see. Not too much. You can go too far. You're not going down. Look at the mark. Look at your life. What kind? You work so hard. What things you have achieved now for real, substantial? People, there are some who are millionaires, billionaires there, how much really the satisfaction you got. Still you are not satisfied. See, because we are not satisfied, this planet, what we have, we went to the moon. Now we go to Mars and looking at other places. It shows there's no satisfaction until you achieve appreciation yourself, until you learn how to content your life. So look at these impermanence changing. Impermanence is not something bad thing. Impermanence is the reality nature. Some get such a good wisdom from the impermanence. We have to have the awareness. Our reality nature is impermanent, but our mind is still holding, grasping something as permanent. See, we have first, this is the me. when you're 10, 20 years old, this is this is a picture that I took when I was 10. I was 20. Now I'm this age. Then you plan, tomorrow I'll do this. Next year I'll do this, And then after 5 years, I'll do this. After 10 years, I will do this, Even though we're in the state of the impermanent, but we're planning forever. Something will live forever. A lot of things undone before we go. See, look at this. We're planning just only for this life. We were working only for this life. Those Buddhists who we believe next life, and the realms, still we're focusing on this life. We come here in the shrine, burn incense, say, may I have a good health. May my business be successful. May my family will have a good life. We pray that much. You see, sometimes we make offerings to the monastery. So please pray my business go well. We rarely say, may I free from samsara. Do you say that? I think very, very few. I have some physical problems, so I have to send some money to the monastery to get better. Do we say that, isn't it? We rarely say, I make this offering so that I will have some bodhicitta in my mind. See, look at this. Even Buddhists, you go to Asian countries, Buddhist country, where that kind of to become famous in this life, to become rich in this life, without realizing impermanence. See? So regarding to this, this is there's a lot of teachings. If you read Jewel Ornament of Liberation, there's a section of the impermanence. So beautifully made teachings to meditate step by step. One of the best books you can read. There, you read line by line, contemplate. Not just read, go through, just contemplate each paragraph, meditate on that. What's good for me? What's good for others? This life is just short. We're coming from beginner's lifetime up until now. And if I'm not free from samsara, we'll go endless. So just you ask the question, I have been in the samsara from beginner's lifetime, and there have been coming Buddhas. So many Buddhas came in the past. Great Bodhisattvas came in the past. Great teachers came in the past. What went wrong? Still I'm in the samsara. Ask the question, What went wrong? Still I'm in the samsara. So you get it. These things in permanence. So Milarepa said, I escaped in the mountain by the fear of the death. When I'm in the retreat, I persistently contemplate on the impermanence. So now I capture the fortress. So he said, I capture the fortress of unchanging Dhammakaya. Means now I'm I'm free from all the fears. Okay. If we want to, if we achieve that, then it's more than become a billionaire. Yeah. Because he made the history in the Buddha's teaching that attend Buddhahood in one single life. That's how Buddha's teaching becomes so strong in Tibet, in Himalaya area. Everybody knows who was Milarepa, how, how he went, how he practiced, and everyone admired. Even communist people say, if you want to practice Dharma, do as Milarepa. No, they say that, So to have the precious human life is very difficult. Not everybody will accept the Buddha's teaching. Those who are interested, those who study, it makes sense. So I want to practice because it makes sense. You see, it's not changing your belief system. It makes sense. It makes sense on the basis of reasons, scientific reasons. You say, oh, yes, it makes sense. Now, to have that kind of opportunity is very precious. You cannot buy that kind of your conditioning any other places, which you have to earn within yourself. Once we have that, if we don't utilize that, then we're really confused and we lost opportunity. And going back to samsara is very sad. We have to go forward. Even though we may face difficulties emotionally, conditions, may face difficulties, but this all you have to understand are impermanent. They can change. See, if we have the nerve, if we're fully convinced, these can be changed. Their nature is empty, emptiness. So we have to have that kind of background, working basis, foundation. Then if we go forward, then we never go backwards. So first we started, interested in Dharma study, practice so much, and following the path, and sometimes we derail, isn't it? Sometimes we off the track. You lost the road, and very sad. So we have to renew. Mistake, no doubt. Our confusion is very strong, dominating. Our mental afflictions are very difficult. Challenging is there, but we have the Buddha's wisdom. Teachings there. If we follow, we can make it. Because the form is emptiness, and emptiness is a form. Form is no other than emptiness, and emptiness is no other than form. You see, you can realize the form as emptiness. You can realize all the mental affliction as emptiness. So our ignorance is emptiness. Emptiness is ignorance. Emptiness is not than ignorance. Emptiness and ignorance is not than emptiness. You see, you can realize that. That's what's called conditional, interdependent. we need a first precious human life. Also, the precious human life means 18 what? Favorable conditions, physically and mentally. Three faiths: faith of trusting, faith of clarity, the faith of longing towards the enlightenment. And then we need a good teacher. You see, teacher is also very important. Not just title, who has quality, who has the ability to lead practitioners in the right track. It's all interdependent. It's not just only teacher, it's not just only the practitioner, but all the students, we need all this together. So look at the impermanence changing every moment, every second. So from the impermanence, we can learn everything's illusory nature. See, the flower here is so fresh, so beautiful. You can smell, you can touch. After a few days, it doesn't smell good. It's fresh. So it's illusory nature. Everything's illusory nature. So look at that. So protect your mind. So impermanence is one of the best. That we wanted to describe because we know everything. Because it's the best kind of teaching that protects you. If we can reflect. So now our time is, I'm going to maybe too much. Oh.
It's much more.
Yeah, maybe this is enough. I think it's good. No, not enough. Yes, you see. So these are what I get taught. If you can keep in the mind, really, you get much benefit. It's not that how much you get it, how much you practice. See, like you make such a delicious, Baba knows, a scrumptious meal. Scrumptious, scrumptious. You made such a scrumptious meal displayed just in front of a group of people. So how is the delicacy is so delicious? It's good for your mind, good for your health, all this. But if you don't eat it, what's the benefit? See, if you eat, that is good, So, that there are so many books you can read. There's some wonderful books read. And then the center has a new Kempo teacher who studied the Buddhist philosophy, and he did the 3-year retreat. So it's ideal, very good conditions center has, So now you study, just put into practice. It's very important, Then this place can become a source, the wisdom for many people to come. That's why Buddhist teaching is so precious to keep alive. No, don't expect somebody will keep it alive. We have to do, okay? Those who are interested has the responsibility to keep alive the teachings. for the future generations. The Milarepa, he worked hard. He made the history because of his great example. There's thousands of great, practitioners produce all way in the Himalaya mountains. There's still now in the world, the Tibetan Buddhism, this cow, so profound, so precious, So now you have the responsibility. Okay. Do it all. Do it all. This one. Yeah. If you have any questions, yes. Go on. My way. Yes, go ahead.
Very much appreciate you speaking to the effect of
Yes.
depression.
In a sense?
You can pick up even if funk,
Yeah.
pick up and keep going is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that.
Yeah. That's also. Yeah.
What is to sidetrack yourself from this, whether it's chemical balance or what? I don't know how to ask.
It's okay, no need to ask. What we do is when you practice Dharma joyfully in the midst of the suffering. So you can practice Dharma joyfully. That's the reason you see. Sometimes people think Buddhism is so negative. They're talking about the impermanence, they're talking about the suffering, they're talking of all the negative mind, then they're talking about the hell realm, hungry ghost, and animal realms. It says it's depressing, So you see, these are just reflection. We individually, when you practice Dharma joyfully, happily. So I'm so fortunate. This is the way how to out of samsara. This is the way how to free from suffering, especially the cause of suffering. Look at all the non-virtues there. So how to avoid. This one, there's two words, prescription and proscription. You know those two words? Oh, prescription, doctor prescribes what medicine you should take, isn't it? What kind of food you should eat. Doctor prescribe, how to help you. Prescribe, you know that? What's that mean? Well, doctor prescribed not to take, not to repeat. So doctor prescribed don't eat poison. See, yes, doctor prescribed don't smoke. No, doctor prescribed don't drink and drive. See, so what Buddha said, don't do this. This means it's good for you. So don't do this because they will bring suffering. Okay, Buddha is not taking your freedom away. Okay, sometimes people say, no, I don't want to do this because it takes my freedom. Okay, yeah. This is a very important point. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. I guess so. Excuse me.
We're going to do some.
Vabbè. Vuoi lo so, dare. Dare.
Five-minute break.
Oh. Oh. This okay, yes. Yes. Then bow to the mother. Appear. Mới giúp em được sửa xe. Vì cái phần này là con bộ mặt thành cửa.
Well, Steve, you want to more of speakers. Almost everything. The battery, once we have to put the batteries in. So we have these, I have a lot, I have these, Ken. I have. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's fine. Sarah, can you take the small paper plates from the closet there?
Camera right here is very.
We just have it ready and then light it. So we're doing presentation, doing world peace, and then we're doing butter ups. Yeah.
What's the exact time? The fire?
But today we're ending early because we have to set it for the llama dance. That's why, right? But it's fine. It's fine. I'm telling you. Yeah, yeah, but we have to put the. It's fine. Yeah, yeah.
Water.
Now then, soup. Yes. Oh, it's not really right. They don't say that. Actually, everyone is not listening. Change batteries in the car, like show it's just a period. God, it's not changing this. Yes. Okay, so. Thank you. You have if she's going to. Not lit, but just, so then we just round with the light on, we tried to figure out. Uh-huh. Yeah, this time was, this time. Yeah. I, I'm curious. Right, you know, okay. Okay. We need a couple more. Thanks again, thanks for being a.
No, so this is now. Yeah, that's the one.
So,
anh chào
Yeah. Hello, what the dear one, yeah. For good, don't need nothing, no one. No, what is someone trouble? Killing me trouble. And in my I can see. I the bubble begin somebody. In my body, and in your heart, finding what they are not. And gonna live. And on and the yeah. Yeah, I'm doing someone, people, and then one day, I am the Lord, Tang Near the Lord, A number beyond the Tang Chu Chola, some dear mother, Humble get Prima, I know the more there, and when you yeah, did not the resolution that the was gone so the one in Zama, they were on board churches, only children at the day. If I was some job and not it, I don't know what I am dead on. There was a year in the there's no need of one day. I'm the mother of my girl. And mother dying your son. Cabbage give us on your house. And more than what she does. I'm dying, you're the one of us. The fire, the year to do. Tell me the year, Trouble among boys, there was a young boy. Since no long, I was the mother and the law. You were chosen like it is. And it don't have you. Tamo java deva, ono naya tamo ganga. Awan varvo mebe, ono java deva shoye. I will do undo tamo prajambe shogu. So na na maru tamba.
Back to the beginning. Back to the beginning for English. Homage to Manjushri the youthful, to all the Buddhas, the lions of the human race, in all directions of the universe, through past and present and future. To every single one of you, I bow down in homage. Devotion fills my body, speech, and mind. Through the power of this prayer, inspiring action, all doors and once appear, vivid fear before my. And I multiply body of esteemed hearts as atoms in the universe. It is all allowing the prostration of all the Buddhas. In every time besides admitting Buddhas as there are atoms, and around them all the bodhisattvas, and so on individually filling completely the entire space of reality, saluting them within their profusion of praise with the sounds of an ocean of different melodies. I sing of the Buddha's noble qualities and praise all those who have gone to perfect bliss. To every Buddha I make offerings of the loveliest flowers, of beautiful garlands, of music and perfumed ointments, the best of clairvoyance, finest lamp, and finest incense. And every Buddha I make offerings takes with it garlands and the most fragrant scents, powdered incense, and high as mount marrow, arranged in perfect symmetry. Then the vast and unsurpassable offerings, inspired by my devotion to all the Buddhas, by the power of my faith in good actions, I prostrate and offer to all you victorious ones. And one is by something committed to my desire, nature, and interests, with my heart and also with my mind, beholding each and every one. With an heart full of love, I rejoice in all the parents, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, granting those in training and beyond training, and every living being throughout the entire universe. We are lawyers of sharply the Torahs, as for the experience and loving, with the freedom from all attachment, pleasure, or directors, for the unsurpassable wisdom. Joining my palms together, you who connects into the world, humanity has taken us the house in this world, and bring well-being and happiness to our feelings. What little virtue I have gathered through my homage, through labor, investment, and rejoicing, through exposition and prayer, and beings. That offering is made to the purpose of the past, now dwell throughout the 10 generations of these years. And all we are yet to come swiftly fulfill the wishes and the stages of enlightenment and Buddha. That is to new ones as their heart in all the 10 directions transformed to realms that are past and unbelievable. But Buddha's rest for them like Bodhi tree, round them in all their Bodhisattva sons and daughters. Let us make essential beings as they are in all 10 directions, and always my brotherly happiness and health. Let all beings be the Dharma that benefits the universe, and so may all over all to be fulfilled. Enlightenment, may I follow my purchase earth, and my successful lives through death and through rebirth. May I move to denounce the worldly life. Any sense of all things is for this, for being with actions with affection, and I will move to great kindness and pure, never lasting and most free from fall. In the language of God's novels and actions, in the language of David's and beauty's food, in however many kinds of speech there may be, I shall proclaim the Dharma in the language of all. Turning among and spreading in farmlands, I never forget what I said yet. And along with humble actions and strategies that laws, come really purified and see the light. And the work they did, into the world, just Lord, the one whose powers you wish you, hurt cannot sing, but as soon and moon that was nature through time. Now the lineage and range of the eternal beings, I shall have spoken completely the suffering of all the realms. I shall read all beings for happiness and work with all the benefit of each and every one. I shall bring in not the magical perfection, so beings so as to suit their needs. To some to accomplish good actions and continue this throughout all the years to come. They have always made and be accompanied by those whose actions forward time, and they always vision mind as well. They have wishings that the celebration lost. We have always been spiritual friends who want to be true help for me, and who teach me the good actions and the devices of religion. We have always been more for Buddha's would stop with something to do, but I've done without you. Well, he wants to come, leaving all things are used for them to get innocent. They have maintained the sacred teachings of this, and all of the life actions were good. They had turned to perfection, only good actions and good questions is a great wish to come. But they want to approve such a sense of art experience. And rather even purpose of the earth or wisdom, and so within the south of treasure in the qualities, within the schools, and the single atom we have seen as been before us, generals, heroes, meditation on what did down all of that. And so the line will always seems like longer than you are performed, especially with individuals. And so in each direction, even the truth of your head, I see this all the common past stars and future influence other realms. Until the ocean of the earth and continue to each of everyone. You see the Lord who does things balance with its own qualities and the purity of the speech of all this. And the human beings and all his nations. With all the power of the mind, and here and now, he gives us non-redundant teachings for all goods of past, present, and future. As the way solution, just as the wisdom of the Buddhist picture. So may I to know that picture any inspection and instant all that we as present and future. It is to make the goal of those ones in rest the Buddha's present and future. May always be engaged with this way of life and death. Without liberation from all the universe like emotion. Letting people act on that truly great around present and future. And then enter into those current purpose and threaten and into the travel church. For those who eliminate the quarrels to the found, gradually into the good, not the good of and demonstrate the one or communities and one. They are always together presence. Through the powerful sacred miracles, dollar and ill like a dollar, the oil of conflict was just all virtually complete. The heart of love becomes. And the loving riches, the wisdom, freedom, attachment, God and one sinful means and sin, and for her to accomplish the power and to love God, destroy the cause and harmful without powerless and perfect for inactions, and show her for all children. Liberation visions of sentient beings, understand emotions of realize objects of ocean of actions, stories, turn religions of this, and perform this visual sinners. And so of God's time, and in loving through actions, visions, action, therefore those that walk with the other sense of the husband, all the same about you. And afterwards, there was dedicated all of its characters. You were here about God's minds to swell, purify, exchange, all of the content, this truly good education. In order to perform the actions, I shall and God shape without every burden, it runs around and shall perfectly fulfill every one of the things that were so far that the you worship and by united fathers, the worship to between the wisdom and joy of activity, we are accomplished all. Usually on the legal express about this space, or showing a previous exploration with the universe first to the island and her body ocean. All relations to the identification appearance and years of system and lives. It's still. And to the various groups, being curiosity, and officials, all think that as shorts of the lives aids, They will be free from harmful companions as people who live marvelous life. They will share all kinds of benefits and live in happiness. Even in this present life, all will go well, and before long they will become just. All their good acts and the immediate recognition. Whatever they have committed, you cultivate will soon become deeply purified. If they recite as contribution to their passions, they will be satisfied with no beauty as excellence found. Be born in a good family and even mentioned when they sleep on only mortals will honor. They will quickly go beneath the holy tree, and there they will send to heaven all sentient beings. Then away into good life, quickly in the dark, and taking growth with all his sports. The full result of the creature's teaching or reading this prayer and inspiration of the themes is known to the rivers alone, that no doubt the spirit and by the means he builds. The warrior monsters that came of Venus and the sound of the altar too. Always another grace to the gate, and the fall and hurts. In the grace of nature, grace to the cages. And I want to do it again, always means that the actions. When he is torn, my God. That all exercise in fear planning. So I will. There is purposes. You go and one cities of that's possible. In that game that do that, visualize every single one. As we choose, then we are in every one. Many gates for the laws, we learn two things. In my passing that drives it to down, he would be done on drives and stop, and then becomes for sheep. I need to see the prophecy in the nations. So about yeah, we go to the especially peace. Through whatever small virtues that he gave was something is festival to protection. May the virtues wishes of all the prayers and aspirations, all the wisdom and the accomplishment. Those are the family. Frustration and action. And all being around the stream of associations and being a benefit of those visions. Pray for the whole residents in the islands of Solomon, in the lower lands.
Chanting the Chandrajik, Manjushri, and Amitabh there until then you all recite the Om Mani Padme Param Shara Mantra. Namo Buddhaya Jagaya Satyam Advaita Guru Jadeva Vandalake Keva Mije Mbeso Taje Wampo Jambe Yamla Sudena Sonde Chanchara Nyingpa Kepi Dawa Jebse Manche Maje Wanje Rindoga Parvi Jino Jebse Jambe Yamdani Chidi Dushe Dong Teji Jambe Yishe Kundana Amje Jibe Jinde Jinde Jino Jebse Jambe Yamdami Dusna Lama Ebo Bodo Nyamo Luchu Taga Made Yamsa Jete Nyamo Lungo Chuchi Jambe Ade Namse Jita Banjar mi có mấy nhân của tao lo tao ta nhân là đi về đây tao khi đi chân về yêu ai chỉ mà tôi đi ya cái gì tôi biết tôi chưa để tôi ăn ta mà tôi đi về chỉ ya về để đi tôi đi làm về chỉ để tôi không biết số đó ai cho tôi đi không ai cho nó tôi chỉ chân về sẽ là bằng con tôi cho tôi nhiều sẽ là vì bằng tôi bố con tôi nhiều ai biết không về sao ta không tôi chỉ được tôi chỉ chân về tôi đi cho tôi sẽ đi sẽ ông con đi không ta tôi về ai biết để năm tôi chỉ lo yêu tôi chỉ chân về sao làm ta bằng không được để lên tôi và đó đi con đi trong là như thế sao không học gì như có thể mà đi vào tôi chơi chân về tôi nói cho tôi có qua để đó cái sự nó có tôi chơi chân về ở trong đó có nhiên tôi về rồi để anh làm gì về không đâu cho những như thế cho mẹ anh đi nó đi nó chỉ mà trong chưa mà tôi mà chỉ nói cho mẹ anh đi đó đi là mà tôi thế là nói cái là tao nuôi đi mà mình có là sao không có thằng chưa chúng mình không nó chưa có biết nó tôi bạn bè nó tôi chú sư đi vào tôi nói rằng con bò nhà chơi cái việc quan đi đó là cho chuyện thằng bé đó xem nhà cũng được được chuyện là chắc lắm chuyện đó tao nói chuyện mà nó qua đưa cho nó qua tao thấy để mà đặt vào tao đưa cho mà đó bỏ hay cho nó bỏ rồi cái cho rồi tôi dùng để để để và mình mới chỉ là chuẩn bị và mà nó để tôi để giáo mô lo qua đó là phải giải đâu phải chơi nhau qua đường cái đó về tôi để nhân về tôi chỉ tôi nhà con bé không sao mô lo để bé con tôi chứ ta nói đó gì để con ta nói đó về đó gì đó ta tôi để tôi để con ta bảo con bé gì chứ cho con làm gì có đó gì này sao tôi giờ có nói như là cho tôi con số chứ mình số giờ tôi sẽ đi rồi để đâu là quan trọng là tôi giờ tham mô tôi giờ tôi làm gì là tôi con đây là con tôi đâu còn thế tôi chỉ là cái chỉ để trong là có nhiều mình nói để giờ có thể nói nhiều mà phải chỉ trong trường chúng ta bé có anh dùng tôi chỉ là sẽ đem ông làm nhân các bộ nói để chẳng có lo sống cả vì như mà tôi xin cha để cho nó quan gì nam đâu con nó đồng giờ sắp qua nói để mà được chỉ có đi có chúng nó đang cái gì chẳng để đó nhau cho nó bây giờ chỉ vì không nói chuyện nó có gì chẳng đó Mô mê tô so mô cho ya mê chuyện đề mê chuyện đề mê cho mô tê bô tô chi cha la dê ta la tê tô ta chi kê chi có cha bô hông tô tô chi tê ti mô mô ba ti bê mô ti chi tê mê bê chi cha ta ma la mi yê tê ta cơ chê yu chua la yê mê tê pa tu pa ya đi có chê bô đi tê Tao tôi đừng có cho chị cha nữa, ta lắm. Em muốn có đời vì đã chỉ có thời gian mà thôi. Đâu chưa có tôi chỉ cha khi nào ai chơi ba chơi chiều. 东华三界出的那个，一年好好就看看，不行就去我做一场，大地花花结呗结呗，一定把那我当我的过，那的夜色下变变结，对对是把你的想法，你那你那，我的我都拿的，大面的话。阿弥陀佛，东西相告，接到成了回的个瓦上，天天就在那个就是，啊，因为那个他你要讲，你那三八节那顶顶的万，啊，那天天我到这里看到这天天我一天都。很多人都被讲的很多道呀，跌落伤痛也都没到，好多人都不爱也也讲到的，给了很多自己，也没把我的，给了生活这里的话，前面的我这里讲话是啥个世界的都会，有我的心上的找到人家，我管的反正。听到的这些看到的好的都讲，我们昨天没办法上演了，我在这次当中你也在的，当年你的这些看，对把那个老婆子都啊也是，当年我也有个经历，给我都到了这么家。然后也把这些讲了，是到了什么的话。我选择东京，我的换做能参加光华的灯吧。天龙不怕日夜生，朝满花叶都分享。让自刚一些大能者，有着新的我的心。让你的这些成功，大河南关山的。现在成功感觉比较爱的，身边马上你也见见。这里是我们这边唱到的这群人，当初那个我上课多些，电话这边，也都这些唱到的，也睡了好的啦。可是嘛，这些唱嘛，别莫叫夜晚别怕就说对，夜晚一个做学长。也就我的也就放进了心脏可能的电话，完了滚走我有这个家人记住，大家上面讲了，走走路一直说些娘娘的到我家做的肉的家的汤，相信我的爹娘个，他们也会记得给。以前那个我的我是老家，我是能爸爸的姐妹。一些马都米多这个汉族，把爷爷正好在这个地方，这边叫做日本村庄，电脑有很没多少，后头有些啥子有，分手就当一个地方，经常都是个帮忙当家，把以后就到这个地。我这边的都要听清楚，那个人家不听的地方。当年我讲的我说我给他们的当年的，每年到了上面去等，谁还能到你的结果？我做了面米光皮呀，回面没见我个结婚，没见我那中国兄弟，也跟他不着你的结婚。啊，你的对着到的，当家结果谁多他的？关心都讲话讲话，每年的工作新的给我，这当这种知道到底在一路的话，刚过的路，我讲的就当的这话，这太真的有做新的给我。这都别都是希望我这全力也做到没得那就让我们。你就在这夜晚，听见兵马能把东西， 当家心家东当主家光，每当这个军队的话，每当有的混到到了，这些个东西没过的嘛呀，给我关灭东国也。当这个东西这为了我自人家，偏偏他说这个动我了，天天让我跟我的爸没呀那样就对我看了。要就像这个对我对见的他们什么我懂。我念方面世界方面上，或者方面也是方面。像这个什么我这这些话，现在这个新的结婚。新的地方说话简单讲，他也没当来人呐。我这正我这说当这可以的都讲都过来。大爷光子有啊，今天我都别放街就得弄啊。回到这我这边正的那大爷这个大爷样子。那些我光没光路的那大爷这话忙了这个也一个。要啊，个人的个米的说，那你的这上面要去年生出的多少？要啊，这个上面要今朝上面要这些话，因为可能要啊，我方面可能要把我们了。俺这理解我情况的对话，真多就是结婚。天天我当面从那门前说那也怎么把那说的？当做准备直接老师他把准备记得结婚。结婚也算是结兄那是干当了这多把当当。现在半夜是走着那个晚的也比我老板的早些的。反正是年的把的把他，谁也能接上大街上，全家给人的面子上，好什么样的不管这个，也我早早三月不节的，妈的大年端这个。早那个有啊，方面世界的一些是这样，今天我新家最近的一些我接近的当。而且我接近的道路是其他我接近的道，你那你叫我那把那边知道，所以这个当地把新疆的个结婚，哎妈当地把个那谁他妈的妈把个，是不是老了就要的把这个结婚，上边上个的把话就嘛，那我想多是这个结婚。天马大哥上学那个那这把叫这像个这把呀。我这天那咱家都知道个把门都关了，书生的能量没见，可怜没的这些，可怜没的这些，讲的这些个这。我下次这边个是什么耶的？这是跟不上多恐怖都知道，我也个都是能不能也给我能来我这了不？那两个这我都能这样把结果送到了我能当家。当时我这工作我也知道，我来了这个也能。那个不是俺家多家那么大，为了多大我也里那么说。另外这边是这么些些，像这么多个都到了。这也要到年纪见面的，往我上街里走了个远。咱们这边不是开玩笑，咱们这边不是艰难。沿着大街去里面当把当，前了那些把这没法。天马到的就能找我们这天马到的就能的，他们礼拜一见，当天就过于了满眼，最近那些是大黄的那看怎么是天马个当的，他那方面的也得我没有。我的当在了我参加的关注是大那面。曾经说了爸爸没没你的完全好，当年到多大这个就不完全，都那个这个什么眼睛，现在都那这个知道， Global Conjure Lower, Ready Munir Yajan, only the Lusanji. India Janjira Simi, Deva, yes, Andamaya, Tempa, on the way. Get us the Samaya, Vaja, Pada, Gode, Sana, the year was on the Lord Jida, what did I put on the Daya Jida, but India sent on year to good. Daya, you are speaking, but Sana, the Tanya. Golden book page number 45. Yeah. Yana Lumiere Gonjo Lawa, Yadwa Gonjin Gombo Chulo, Jida Dama Goro Bem, So Lezo Dule Jati, Malama Yanzo Dwa Niji, Yidu Dama Samja Lawa, China Jwa Tudwe Yirje, Amo Tombe Mishu. Anu Yudu Nasu Yuwe, Ozu Zedu Anoye, Aju Mimu Ajani Datumada, Sayo Meda Joshime, Kumbu Dungu Temi Kumba, Pumi Gandhi Nozeri, Yudu Jiji Tana Togi, Mido Mimi Dawa, Yeda Enjoy boys on the Jena Rosetta. Anju Jambiru Sendo Lana. Lani Zaru Adekya Bani. Anya Demba Daya. Ardu Jevin Sawa. Ajun Mazam Nama Kari. Anam Veda God Good. You the
Jewels and curious, trustworthy sources of refuge, and in particular the garden of the lands of snow, Avalokiteshvara.
Executive and Juru the supplicated you, please consider your period pages
Grant us with hopes and aspiration.
in times of degeneration, when the hearts and deeds of beings are perverted,
Yeah, and
integrated to love for bounds. Man, including by seas, by appetite to seas, and praise downward.
intruding
A
rock,
host now rests on the Virginians and dark horses,
light, frost, and hail, that harvest, warfare, and so forth. Erratic rainfall, youth, misery, and droughts of the world, destruction of the elements such as earthquakes and the depths of fire, and inverting warfare, such as causing harm to the teachings, are rampant. They all trust in harm. Nature around the world peacefully. May precious and super bodhicitta arise with ease in the mind streams of all beings, human and non-human, and may they be free from destructive thoughts and deeds. May all be endowed with a loving mind for one another, and may happiness and glorious riches prevail throughout the world. May the Buddha's teachings spread far and wide and ever last. By the power of truth of the three roots, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, by any existing in samsara and nirvana, and by the power of our noble pure intention, may the fruition of our supplication and aspiration be into me.
number 80.
Eight zero. 80. 80.
Hey, I think it's 80. Yeah. Yes, yes. Page 80. Oh, okay, let me change. Do you have a different one? Yeah, I don't. Here, this one. Who has, this is right, this is right. Yeah, this is what sorry. Let me try.
And on Yeah. Amen. Yeah. Amen. Amen. Yeah. Amen. Yeah.
This water made from precious jewels, because the merchant between the universe in the middle of the solution of nothing is the river which becomes crossroads from there. They divide the Buddhist 10 directions, each one differently manifested
Major times. Life is the series and Buddhist system. To the hand of unceasing heart. Within the darkness, sacreds. May I see this is the release and some attendant trees.
Yeah. Tờ ê quan ye nói con bò an đó chân ye in ye en ye da ye en ye con bò to ya ve con en
Butterland, that is in fact fundamental consciousness of beings, is food, the melted butter of the completely pure Dharma doctrine on the
Next of the gracious election,
shine
this rising life of self-resistance offers the longest sensibilities, all the downfalls,
and may we attain mundane and supreme realizations.
Dharma, Bhagavai,
The clear illumination of this path is wonderful and marvelous. We are members of fortunate compliment and we belong members of peace and love. With all the infinite plans in the directions and the collections of the days of among us, all sentient beings watering the lowest sprouts, thy love be all. And visions of all the good spirits, they burn what in the circle, what the earth, being high, the top, and achieving said, there was a sun, and his other spirituals and believers. His husband 28 years established transformation by the power
If you yes. Còn lo vấn đề rồi tôi lo sẽ họ em gì yes lo sẽ
In this realm,
so Lord is the master, so the ever blessing the path, as in Jesus, and the curious you, the instance of Jesus.
nó để cho nó sâu như nó có nó sẽ vào nó có sao có chân nhẹ nó
now,
Lord's
there's watching the thoughts. He's
hands.
nó xuống như thế và chỉ vào mà ye quang sự chế sự cha mẹ tu la kinh kinh đoạn mẹ thế đó cho nên nó ye như
In the tree of the Lord to change and I shall not practice
John 40.
me what I'm going to is the
in dedication you can have 1 minute time. Rồi
Nó chưa để mà
mỗi con đi lại chưa chết và vô bỏ và mỗi đời vợ yêu đẹp ở giữa lời mà mong gì có lại trên
trong cái gì I'm to buy and more Dakota. If we have the good fortune of all and belongs.
Ana
Yeah, on
Ona Nebe Eva Ate Unon Tormata Amen.
you and things from sheets
And
and
may I liberate from the ocean of existence with the turbulent waves and sickness and death.
vision.
Why did we run? And what
To the chief
Todo was
among emerging when his prepared head, the body has a long life. When all activities finish, blessing to you.
Dhamma Vava Majay
The Shaman wisdom in
Vedanta
As Guravashi was and
was
was.
human. So on the following verse, he shares to colleagues and then trying to major the blessing of the truth and opportunity without such. By the blessing of the hearing of the subject, without the everything is
Venus is
appreciation. Yeah. Song and you changing the world. Ada jumpa sungguh yang lebih
Hear the truth
digital
and the
blessing of the bliss and big sacrifice with me power and answer and the
accumulations.
the free purified and peace. Moses
Exactly.
bow down on the Rosa
Sa Yadevin Lava Samten Yadolana Yadawan Dove Anjali
Of myself.
holy six on we are all just human beings, greatly became unsurprised for her, and in precious and
Daniel
Teachings of the
Lord
Lord.
of God, explanation and servant repentance. The compa, surely, continue and increase into the evidence of time. Wisdom, vision, meditation. Lordon, one,
Yeah
so you
Devan and Bandashin
By having accomplished the
virtues and show the unmistaken path of perfectly pure intention as mysterious in the world.
Buddha,
Teaching of the precious to be protected, attain mysterious teachings, and the flourish and combine.
Maho Yawanda original love. Time comes in. Then again, yes, you are choosing. Did not tremble. Here. And know that trouble. When I love trying to find it, yeah, yeah, remember, and yeah, was on, oh, so, all the day, and yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, never, oh, never, oh.
Thank you very much. Trisha Rinpoche and Nitin Rinpoche, thank you so much for the teachings and the blessings. And really, this is the first event that we've had for some time. So it's really, really so precious for all the Sangha and renewing and reuniting and get inspiration and come back together. So thank you so much. And for all of us, that we should really take to heart what we received today in our daily lives and with our Sangha and community. So we will do our best. Thank you. So this is concluding for the ending for today. And tomorrow we have the Lama dance. Again, Jean is going to go into the more details. But it was so precious to have these days. It's just really, really wonderful. And, you know, talking about impermanence. And really, we have to just take things to heart. So we'll do that. Thank you to all the many bodhisattvas that also helped up to help the greater community. We're going to need some more help. If you could be available, some of you afterwards over in front of the Lama huts to help set up the stage for the Lama dances, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Tomorrow we start at 9 o'clock. We actually start the dances at 9. So if you could please arrive early and be ready to go and good mental place to enjoy the dances before 9 would be awesome. Because we'll be outside tomorrow, please protect yourself by bringing appropriate sun protection, sun hats, glasses, sunscreen, etc. On the afternoon, there will be lunch, but we're asking that that be a potluck. So if possible, if you could bring a dish to share, that would be greatly appreciated. And how much longer would you like to get for the option? Shoot, maybe like a 15 minutes. Okay, so. Okay, yeah, so we'll ring the bell. And again, thank you for coming and joining the community. Thank you so much to our lineage lamas. So just to add to, just to really thank everyone. All the lamas came, Lama Sonam from Boston, Lama Cholwang all the way from India. We're very fortunate to have our Lama Norval back. He will have to leave again on Monday. His Holiness requested for him to travel. And Irjak Tulku came from Florida, and our temple and Ani. So really, we couldn't do it without them. They've also just been working tirelessly, making all the tormas and preparing for the Lama dances. And we had new masks to do and so many, many things. And so really, we should all realize how much effort they're all putting into things. And then again, as she was saying about everybody volunteering, it really helps them make a big difference. So thank you again. And whoever can help with something for setting up for the Lama dance. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we can also, if you'd like to make offerings, then we have a chance now to, if you didn't get a chance earlier, you can do offerings. For every 2 minutes.
Tashi delay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Twice as good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chief. Thank you. Yeah. So I don't think that.
I can know it.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Miss Beverly, nice to see you. Come on, see you. Can you stop? Sure.
Yes, yes. No. Okay. I want to. So. Thank you, gentlemen. I'll bring you a shovel. I do. Okay, thank you. Yeah, she'll go here.
Joe.
Brazil nelle macho. Brazil nelle.
Brazil.
Oh.
You're from Brazil. So good to see you. You see, you are. Well, this.
Ya se acabó, nos vemos mañana a las 7. Adiós. Ya nos vamos. Adiós. Bye. Finish. See you tomorrow at 9 here. That's fine. I was sort of later, so I can sort of another day.